Let's talk about a major development from Southeast Asia, where Thailand and Cambodia have formally agreed to a ceasefire after weeks of deadly border clashes. And before the ink could dry, US President Donald Trump was already claiming credit for this ceasefire. The ceasefire came into effect on December 27th and is aiming to halt intense fighting that lasted over 20 days. The clashes claimed at least 26 Thai soldiers and 1 civilian since December the 7th, and at least 30 civilian deaths in Cambodia, and forced hundreds of thousands of people to flee their homes on both sides of the border. Under this agreement, both countries have committed to immediately stop all firing, freeze troop movement, and avoid any military violation of each other's airspace.
Both sides agreed on an immediate ceasefire that was agreed upon today from 12 noon on the 27th of December, 2025. After the ceasefire comes into effect, it must be fully implemented within 72 hours, during which time the Thai side will allow the release of 18 Cambodian soldiers who have been held by the Thai side for the past 151 days.
The deal also seeks to prevent any further escalation after the conflict intensified earlier this month. A key clause in the agreement calls for Thailand to repatriate 18 Cambodian soldiers it has held since clashes in July. This will take place after the ceasefire holds for a 72-hour observation period.
The most important point in this joint statement is that both sides shall maintain their current troop levels in the area, with no movement or reinforcement towards one another, and no renewed attacks or provocations. The ceasefire will be monitored and observed for 72 hours to confirm that it is real and continuous. Once the situation stabilizes, civilians will be able to safely return to their homes, after which the 18 detained Cambodian soldiers will be released when the hostilities cease, according to the international norm and practice.
US President Donald Trump has claimed credit for ending this conflict. In a Truth social post, Trump boasted that the United States was proud to facilitate the process. Trump praised the leaders of both countries for what he described as fast and decisive action. Trump also attacked the United Nations, saying the global body has done little to resolve major conflicts. The US president said because of the conflicts he claims to have resolved in the past 11 months, the United States is now, quote-unquote, the real United Nations. However, Thailand is making it clear that this ceasefire is being seen as a strategic move and not a retreat. The Thai defense minister described the deal as a conditional ceasefire, saying it is designed to test whether Cambodia can genuinely halt armed activity and threats on the ground. The defense minister stressed that Thailand retains its right to self-defense if any violations occur, highlighting the fragile nature of the second ceasefire between the two countries in a year. Meanwhile, the foreign ministers of Thailand and Cambodia held trilateral talks with Chinese Foreign Minister on Monday, where China announced around $2.8 million in emergency humanitarian aid for Cambodia to help assist civilians displaced by fighting. For decades, Thailand and Cambodia have disputed control over several unmarked sections along their 817-kilometre land border, a long-running disagreement that has periodically flared into armed clashes involving a centuries-old ancient Hindu temple. For now, the firing has stopped, but whether this ceasefire holds and whether it can deliver lasting peace remains an open question.
Want the facts?
The latest developments?
News that gets straight to the point.
Well, we've got all three just for you. This is Firstpost Live, a brand new show, your window into what really matters.
Don't miss it.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor,
Hindi,
$30 trillion kakaijmo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
$1
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.